Hello guys, welcome to another lecture in this course. In this video, we shall be looking into Python function. A Python function is a block of code that performs a specific task, and functions are used to modularize code, making it more reusable and easier to understand. For example, if you are creating a to-do list application or a text editing application, there are some modules or functions that you do not have to waste your time creating. For example, to clear something, to do undo, redo, save, and save as, because these are modules in which the system or Python already has functions for these modules. So what you need to do is just to import that module and use it when necessary. Functions are defined using diff. So diff is the keyword which is used to define a function in Python. Let us take a look into a simple example of function. Let us create a function which adds only two numbers. It's just a simple. How to create a function? You have to define a function using the diff keyword. Then you have to put a function name. You are going to call it add. And you close the function with the parenthesis. Then we put parameters x and y. Then we put a colon. Then now we are inside the function or the body of the function, and we are now determining what we want to do with the function. Sometimes you can comment inside the function by putting this string. So we can say adding two numbers. This is called a dog string. So this string is indicating what I want to do. So in this function, I'm going to add two numbers. So sum is equals to x plus y. And now we use the keyword return so that we'll be able to return the sum of these two numbers that we are calculating here. After doing so, we have to go here, and here we put what we call instance of a function. You can create an instance. You can create instance of a function here. Creating instance of a function. To create an instance of a function, you can create a variable, or you can just say add 3 and 5 and you run your code, you get 8. Or you can say total is equals to add 3 and 5. Then you print total. Now you are printing the variable. You can still get 8, this answer. So what we did here, we have created what we call an instance of the function. But most people, they prefer to just type add 5, 7 here. So what we did, we have successfully created our first function, and also we have successfully learned how to create to store a function in a variable. Like what we did. We create an instance here. We create an instance here. Let us call it calculate. After we create an instance here, then we call our function and we say 55 and 6. Then we print our variable. We write our variable here to print. Then we display the result. So this is called an instance, and the instance help us to store the function in a variable. And we have what we call global variables and local variables in the function scope. So we get access of global variable anywhere in the program, and also local variable from within the program. The global variables give us the ability, when we are coding, to get access. Our program will get access to the global variable when the program is running. But the local variables are only get access within the function where it is declared. For example, let us take a look into global variables. Let us say we are having x is equals to 10. And we are also having y. Let us say y is also having 10. And then let us create our function. This is our function, and our function subtract numbers. Let's say subtract. So this is our function. Its purpose is to subtract numbers. So x and y. X and y. So here colon. So our function subtract numbers. So we are going to say difference difference is equals to x minus y. Then we return the difference. Return difference. Let us say subtract x and 7. Let us run our code. As you can see now, we get 3 because we are having global variable here. So if global variable is active only if one of the variable or one of the value is missing here on this function. So there are cases where we need to use if statement. So as you can see here, and also you can store your function in a variable. If you forget even to assign value for y, to assign the y value, you can still get the global variable. The global variable will substitute this value. If you put value for x, then y will be active, this value here. That's why we get a negative answer, because 10 minus 8, we get because 8 minus 10, because 8 minus 10 here, we get a minus 2. And also sometimes there are cases where we need to use if statement with functions. And in this lecture, I shall also demonstrate on how to use functions on making a grading system. So let us say hash creating a grading system with functions. Let us define our function. Let us call it grading underscore system. Let us pass score here as a parameter, because we said in functions we have parameters. Sometimes we have 2 parameters or 1. So score is our parameter here. Now let us start our if statement for scores. If score is greater or equal to 85, then return A. If score is greater or equal to 60, return B. If score is greater or equal to 45, return C. If score is greater or equal to 35, return D. Else return F. So this is a simple code for grading system. Now what we need to do now is to display the result. We need to display results. So to display the results, we are going to do string formatting. So we need to know the student name. So let's say student underscore name is equals to, let us make the student enter the input. So enter. So the teacher will enter the full name here. The teacher will enter the full name, and also the teacher has to enter the student score. Student underscore score here. Input. So the score is going to be a float value. So input, enter score here. And the last thing that we need is the grade. Student underscore grade is equals to our function, because the grade is found on this system here. So we are going to write our function here, grading underscore system. Then we write student underscore score here. So after putting student score, let us see display now. So print, let us format F for formatting. Format the string, we use curly braces. So student, we need the student name, student underscore name, grade is. So here we need to put curly braces for the grade. So student underscore grade. because we have stored the student grade here. So now we can run our code. Let us put a quotation here. Okay, then let us run our code. Enter full name. Let us say Fanuel Mike. Score 45. Fanuel Mike grade is C. So our grading system is working. If you say 77, if you say full name, let us say Peter Mike. Score 77 B. So as you can see here, our grading system is working well. And we can also create a continuous loop with function script, allowing us to enter tasks that we wish to do in a grading system. I think this is all for this lesson. Thank you for watching. Bye bye.